Hello and welcome back. My name is Mandy and today I'm going to be taking you through a short workshop on a pose called Koundinyasana. Okay, it's a pose named after a sage. It's an arm balance. It's a little bit twisted and a little bit asymmetrical. So make sure that you've done a good thorough warm-up before getting to this point with lots of twisting in it, a lot of abdominal engagement as well, and a few chaturangas. That would definitely help you out as you move into this pose. So for this one, I like to move into it from a lunging position. I find that that is the easiest way to get people in. Okay, so we'll start off on the right side. So we begin by taking the right foot forward, bending into the right knee. And then we need to establish a strong twist. Okay, so we reach the left arm up towards the sky. And take a big inhale. As you exhale, pull the belly in towards the spine and twist. Okay, so you want to get a nice firm connection of your upper arm and the thigh here. So you might want to do that a few more times to see if you can come in a little bit deeper. So inhale, lift, exhale, twist. And you get to the point where you've found your maximum twist. You can use your hand. You notice I'm kind of using my right hand here to help me in a little bit deeper. And then once you can get that firm connection, we bring the hands down onto the floor. It's really hard to set up here to find the optimal hand position. You're going to start to lean forward to do that. So the left hand comes down onto the floor, then I start to lean myself into a position where I can get my right hand down as well. I'm taking my hands to be about shoulder distance apart. Again, you can see, I can see my fingers are going white here. I'm pressing them really firmly down into the floor so that all the weight isn't dumping into my wrists. I'm hugging both arms in towards the midline. I'm going to start to lift up onto the left toes and I start to bend at the elbows. Okay, I'm straightening out my right leg and then I see if I can hover my left leg also above the floor. Actively extending both heels away. Okay, that keeps me connected to my core, which is really the key to this arm balance. It's more core than arms. And as you come out, slowly move on down. Okay, so the key things in this pose, again, all the arm balance foundations. It's the setup of your hands. It's keeping the upper arms hugging in towards the midline, keeping your feet really, really active. We get into the pose by leaning forward into it, okay? Bringing the elbows above the wrists and the shoulders forward and reaching those legs out and away from one another. So we'll try on the other side. We'll give that a go. Sometimes if it's not working on one side, try the other side. Bodies can be a little bit asymmetrical. And I'll show you another tip too, like if you've got that long femur bone, this can also be an advantage in this pose. We take the left foot forward this time, find a lunge. From here, inhale, take the right arm up. As you exhale, start to twist yourself off to the left. Okay, move yourself into the pose nice and deeply. If you take a few iterations to get there, that is perfectly okay. We bring the hand down onto the floor. Now this is one, I should have mentioned this on the first side, but if you can, once you get the right hand down, you'll start to lean into it a little bit more. Left hand comes down. If you can get your left hip up onto the left upper arm, that's going to be a huge advantage here. It gives you a bit more of a shelf to play with. Otherwise, if that's not working, have heart. It can still work for sure. You're going to lift the right knee up and start to lean forward. See, I am going to use a little bit of my body here to help in this posture. I lean forward, and then start to lift right leg. Actively engaging the toes, reaching both away, trying to keep the chest nice and open. Slowly coming on down. And as always, taking a little bit of a wrist release, perhaps rolling through the wrists. Just letting that go. Okay, if you have any questions on that one, feel free to ask, as always. These poses are challenging. It does take a bit of time to work with them, so just keep up the practice, experiment in your own body and find out what feels right for you, what helps you to get that lift. Generally, it all comes down to the core, so if you keep everything engaged, everything drawing in, the body will begin to lift. So have fun playing with that. I'll see you in one of the other videos. Namaste.